Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright. This video is going to be serving as a tutorial, a guide for everything open wheel racing, okay? The open wheel races in GTA 5 Online are very unique and can be intimidating, and it kind of scares off a lot of players. The average Joe, player in GTA 5 Online may not really mess around with the open world races, and that's unfortunate because it's a lot of fun. It's very good content. So this video is going to be an in-depth guide, a tutorial. I'm going to talk about everything from how you should customize your vehicle, because it does make a difference, down to the tires that you should choose, because that also makes a difference. And hopefully this will help alleviate some of your concerns about the open wheel races, okay? First up, let's go ahead and get the KERS boost out of the way. Yes, these vehicles have KERS boost. It's in the races and it's in free mode. In a race, after the first lap, the KERS boost will be activated, and essentially when you hit a long straightaway, you can activate the KERS boost by smashing your left joystick or whatever it may be on keyboard. You guys let us know. And then as you let off of the throttle or brake, the KERS boost will recover. Now, when to use the KERS boost is track dependent. Alright, it definitely depends on the type of track and where the straights are. I would always though recommend saving some KERS boost for the actual finish line. If you're in a close race with somebody else, the KERS boost could make the difference of you winning that race. It just gives you a temporary boost, but your performance will drop back down to normal after a few seconds. Next, we're going to talk about the setup of each vehicle. There's 4 different types of open wheel race cars. I'm going to talk about the cosmetic upgrade that you're going to need to use for each one. Alright, there's only 2 different types of options that will affect the handling of your vehicle. That is the front wings and the rear spoiler. Those will add or take away downforce to these vehicles, which will affect your handling. Just to keep it simple, it's easy to remember. The more downforce you have, the faster you can go through turns, but the slower you'll be on straightaways. The less downforce your vehicle has, the slower it goes through turns, but the faster you'll be on straightaways. So the upgrades I'm showing you will be adding the middle amount of downforce. This will give you the best of all worlds. Now, if you are very technical, you may want to tune your car for each track, but these builds will give you the best of your performance for basically all different types of track scenarios, okay? So as you see right here with the PR4, the front wing, you want to use the championship front wing, alright? For the rear spoiler, you want to use the angular wing. Alright, next up you got the R88. You want the stock front wing for this one. This gives you the middle amount or the medium amount of downforce. And then you want the large wedge wing for the spoiler. For the DR1, the front wing, you want the angled fins, and for the rear spoiler, you want the stock spoiler. Alright, and then for the BR8, you want the medium front wing, and then for the rear spoiler, you want to use the stock spoiler. Again, all these values will give you the medium amount of downforce, which are corroborated by this lovely chart that Bruffy has put together. Shout out to Bruffy. Appreciate all the hard work, man. Now, as you see right here, these tracks are going to be very technical. I'm showing you just 4 of them. But as you see right here, you're going to have a good mix of both straights and hairpin corners, crazy, slaloms. So if you build your vehicles to those setups that I showed you, then you will be fine. That'll give you the medium amount of downforce, and you should be good and get some of the best times that you can. Let's talk about performance of each vehicle. Top speed straight line. Number 4 is the PR4 coming in at 220.89 miles per hour. Number 3 is the R88 coming in at 222.46 miles per hour. Alright, and guys, listen, this is just half the story. The top speed is only part of it. It's also about the handling as well, okay? Number 2, the DR1 comes in at 223.69 miles per hour. And then coming in, and this is with the medium, downforce build upgrade setup that I showed you guys. This is what the performance looks like, all right? The number 1 is the BR8 at 229.83 miles per hour. Again, top speed straight line does make a difference, but it's not the whole story. It's not the whole picture here, all right? It also does count about lap time. Alright, so again, with the medium downforce build that I showed you, the average lap time for the R88 coming in at number 4 at 1 minute 12.8 seconds for average lap. The R88's not bad to drive. It's not my favorite. It's alright. Okay, coming in at number 3 though, we're going to have the DR1, comes in at 1 minute 12 seconds for average lap on this guy right here. The DR1, I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it drives. It's not my favorite vehicle to drive. It just kind of feels a little, it feels like the R88, just a little bit faster. It's just not my favorite overall to drive. Coming in at number 2 is the PR4, 1 minute 10.5 second average lap, and I love driving the PR4. I think the PR4 is the best looking of the bunch, and for me, it definitely drives the best. This is probably the most user-friendly of the open-wheel vehicles to drive. It handles great. But as you know, we're kind of seeing a trend here. The PR4 is good, but the top spot average lap time, again with the medium downforce build, is going to be the BR8, coming in at 1 minute and 9 seconds for an average lap time. So you're seeing a trend. Another class has been dominated by just one vehicle, and the BR8 is not the most user-friendly vehicle to drive. There is a learning curve to it, but its engine power, it just has a lot of power out of these turns with the engine. So it does kind of push through, and it kind of compensates for some of the sluggish handling with the vehicle itself. Alright, now let's talk about the tires. This does make a big difference, alright? Let's go ahead and test the soft tires first. Just doing a straight burnout, the soft tires will last for about 1 minute 27 seconds. If you move up to the medium tires, they'll last for about 27 seconds longer. They go ahead and tap out at about 1 minute and 53 seconds. And then you have the hard tires that you can check out. Now listen, this is what it is with the tires. Alright, soft tires will give you more grip, medium gives you the middle of the road, and then hard will give you less grip, but they will last longer. So you have to kind of play around with it. You have to kind of get an idea of what the track looks like. What you see here, the hard tires last for about 2 minutes and 42 seconds. But what does that look like in an actual track, alright, in a racing condition? Soft tires will give you, in the best case scenario, about 5 to 6 laps before they'll blow out, alright? And you only need to you'll start losing grip in the red, alright? So be very, once your tires are orange, you need to, think about going to a pit, which we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Medium tires will last about 7 to 8 laps, okay? The more cornering, the more, maneuvering you have to do, the more wear your tires will have. So in a public session, your tires will probably burn out much quicker than this, okay? But best case scenario, medium tires will last 7 to 8 laps. Your hard tires, again, they'll give you a little bit less grip, but they do last longer, between 8 and 10 laps. So on a 10-lap race, you're going to have to pit at least one time. And from my experience, medium or hard tires are probably the better ones to go with. If it's a 5-lap race, probably the soft tires I'd run with. But for the majority of these tracks, I'll use medium, and some of the tracks I'll use a hard tire. This is very important though. Upgrade your personal open wheel race car tires to bulletproof tires, because if they do pop, they will not go all the way down to the rims. They'll just kind of get deflated, so that will give you some more traction, and you'll be able to get more speed out of the tires as well to get you to the pit faster. And speaking of the pit, let's go ahead and take a look at that, because if you crash this vehicle, your open wheel race car, and you lose the front wing or the spoiler, it will affect your handling dramatically. Alright, so you have to fix it. If you pop a tire, or you need your tires to get changed, you're going to have to pit. So what I recommend doing on a pit stop is that I don't recommend stopping immediately. I recommend driving all the way to the end of the actual pit, to where that blue box is about to go away. Stop right there. As soon as you see those tires, that vehicle little icon in the left corner start blinking, you're done. Get out of there. Alright? You should be able to get through a pit stop in about 6 seconds. So that's what I recommend you actually doing to get that knocked out. And there you guys have it, man. That's a quick, brief, but very comprehensive tutorial and in-depth guide for the open wheel race cars, the open wheel racing in general. And hopefully this, again, alleviates some of your concerns and kind of helps you get into these races. They're a lot of fun. There's a few days left in this week to enjoy these races with the triple cash money. Sorry I didn't have this video out earlier. I had to go through and do all the testing myself. I know other people have got videos out, but I have to do my own testing to make sure what I'm saying is right. I can't just rely on anybody else. I have to test it myself. So I've ran through and done probably about 100 laps of testing with these vehicles, so just kind of go through everything. It's been a lot of fun though, alright? But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the ills or reals content in the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you guys on next, alright? Peace out, yeah.